Go. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to bring you ST.Hack. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Terran to the northwest of Ohana versus his opponent. It is MVP.Lure. He is in the yellow trunks, and he is playing Protoss to the southeast.
And let's see what Lure's gonna bring on here. He's got to bring something special to the table, I think, to beat a player like Hack. Hack, I feel, is a little bit stronger. He's a little bit faster, but still, anything can be played for. Every single player in this tournament is here for a reason. And that reason is because they are damn good. They've made it to the top 4 of the Korean qualifier, which every single week increases in difficulty. So they're doing something right.
Yes, indeed they are. So it's, it's not an easy run at all for any of these players. I feel Hack in this one as well, honestly. If I don't like to really predict, especially when I don't have a lot of information about Lure, but I've seen so much of Hack and how resilient and strong that he is in this matchup and in these online events. It seems like it's going to be a pretty tough road ahead, I think, for anyone else. And wow, Hack's SCV is actually going a little rampage over there.
It is. It's gone crazy, man.
I suppose that's one way of timing out your barracks. Like, you might.
Yeah.
I guess there's nothing else to do at the start, but there you go. It's a bit dizzy, but it's building the barracks nonetheless, and that's the only thing that really matters. And Lure with once again a I would say fairly standard, but not so much.
Yeah, I mean, Lure's playing okay, but the thing is that Hack's taking a gas.
Gas, yeah.
Which is a little bit weird because, the standard play is to go one barracks expansion here if you want to play a straight-up game. But if you take a gas, you're basically saying and opening up a different set of options. But at the same time, with the supply depot there, actually has to be very careful, actually. The probe could actually bring that down. so SCV has to come to help out.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's almost not okay, but it's going to have a bit of a poke here. He could still lose that supply depot, but no, he's too attentive to allow the time. That's the kind of thing I would do. I would try something special like that, let my supply depot be killed by a probe, then I'd just rage and GG. Or maybe I wouldn't GG. Maybe I'd just get angry. It's also a possibility. Thankfully, these guys are better than I am. So, yeah, what is the gas for? That is the question.
It's most likely going to be a factory the way that he's played this. Because if it wasn't, the barracks would be a bit further away, so we could add a tech lab or reactor on. So, factory is going to be coming down. The next question is, does Hack take a second gas? Does he really dedicate to it and go for Cloak Banshees, tanks? Does he 1-1-1? Or does he go for just single gas and add on maybe a couple of Hellions and try a starport drop with Hellions and then expand anyway? But one thing is for sure is that Lure doesn't know what exactly is going on. And look at this. Hack is going to fake out with a bunker on the natural here and say, "No, I'm just expanding, man. I'm just playing with you." But in reality, no.
He isn't. An evil little man is our Hack. Like that. But the question is, will his opponent manage to pick up on that? Will he see Hack's sign as an indication that he go for that expansion? Will he be tricked by it?
Yeah, that's the question, though. I mean, if he runs the Stalker Zealot past the bunker, maybe he can see. But there is no second gas going down for Hack, so it's going to be not super heavy dedication, but still, this could still wreck anybody's day. Stalker. It's going to kill this SCV. Or maybe not if it turns back, which is fine. But Lure right now is, he thinks it's a one barracks expansion. I'm sure he does. I mean, he sees the bunker down. He's added on very late gateways. He hasn't rushed for a robo to find out what's going on. And if this Medivac goes undetected and builds and he drops 3 Hellions, then damn it, all the probes are gone.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a few of them anyway. There's no real doubt about that. On the second Hellion now, Medivac is on its way as well. He could throw some Marines into that mix if he so desired, but we'll find out very shortly. There's the third Hellion coming up, so it is almost assuredly at this stage a Hellion drop. In the meantime, Lure's got a couple of gateways out. To a grand total of 3 right now, and has started his robo. Currently, very passive play from him. Nothing out of the ordinary there.
Yeah, this is, pretty normal from him, actually. Like a normal build, playing against a normal build, but that's not normal. Right now, we're about to have the Medivac go.
Oh, he's actually picking Marines.
It's going to be, so what he's actually going to do with this, instead of just dropping Hellions, he's going to drop the Marines in the main, pull all the opponent's units to the main base, and maybe all the probes to the natural, and then run in with Hellions, and then expand behind it. So it's a little 1-2 attack, which Lure has actually... He's got Stalkers in the main because he has the Zelnaga towers, so it's not like you need him on the natural. And The Hellions escape undetected from the main.
Sneak their way through with the great vengeance. The question is, will they be able to make their way to the main without being picked up by the Xel'Naga towers? And the answer is yes, they will. Ooh, yes, Hack is the sneak. No doubt about that. Stealthily moving forward, and in the meantime, Hack looking for the drop here. The Stalkers are slightly out of range to react to this drop, which is unfortunate. They now react as 5 Marines are already on the ground, and there's the total of 7, and that Stalker gets nailed down almost immediately. Is it gonna die? No, it's not. Lure's able to get out of there, but here come the Hellions, and Lure actually moves to intercept the Hellions first, as opposed to the Marines, but it's not going to make much of a difference because Hack's going to do a lot of damage regardless. Kills 6 workers already. The Marines now move forward. There's enough Stalkers here to throw this back. He's focusing fire on the medevac. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide right here for Hack as he tries to do as much economic damage as he can, but well, he kills 11 workers, so I'm going to go with that was probably worth it.
He kills 11 workers and 2 fully loaded sentries. So combining this with the Banshee as well, if he gets just like 3 or 4 more kills, yeah, it's fine because he's got a 3rd command center anyway. The 3rd command center is coming down because he's not 100% sure if it was worth it, because there's still 27 probes versus 30 SCVs, and he hasn't saturated that natural yet. So Banshee's looking into doing more damage, and the 3rd command center will definitely hold that advantage.
Certainly, and he's able to take one. He takes the second one as well. He's not going to get picked off here. He can actually go straight to the main. There's no Stalker here whatsoever, so there's a quick warp in coming in, but not before Probe gets nailed down almost immediately, and great control here by Hack once again, and he should get out of there in time, I would think, or maybe not. A little bit unfortunate, but gets 4 or 5 kills. It's alright, man. He's got 34 SCVs, 2 command centers, mules, and is about to have a 3rd CC. I'm rating his chances here.
Yeah, he's actually done enough, more than enough now, combining it with the 3rd command center. He has the tanks now in case of any counterattack follow-up, and that's good. You know, achievement unlocked. You killed a bunch of SCVs, you've gained a lead in the game. Now with the Raven out, he's going to be able to pick off the Observer.
As he does.
Bam!
Nicely done.
Yep,
no problems there whatsoever.
Now he can play to normal play.
God, it's nice to see Ravens. You know, it really, really is, actually. We've seen Ravens in every series that has involved Terran thus far, and rightly so. They're so useful. They're so useful, and yet so neglected. They're only trying to help, and Terran players just don't let them.
Yeah. Ravens are awesome.
They really,
I mean,
really
Bomber
are.
actually uses them completely late game against Zerg, which is awesome as well.
I'm a big fan of that. Seeker Missile, absolutely fantastic. Well, we've got the 3rd
Ooh,
base.
you're going to see mech. Look at this.
Yeah, we are,
I wasn't
actually.
really focusing, so...
Yeah, 2 more factories coming down.
Yeah, he's got more factories. He's got 4 gases, which is cool. Mech is interesting. I have tried it against Protoss. I haven't succeeded with it against Protoss. So Artosis has punched me in the gut before because I said it was really, really bad.
Well, to be fair, Hack is a bit better than you are.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's very good. But we'll see. We'll find out right now. Lore does not really know that he's playing against Mech, but he does have a Templar Archives coming down, which is probably just a preferred style, Templar over Colossus. But I don't think Mech is that strong. But we're about to find out.
Will we be bedazzled by Hack's Mech play? Possibly. It's an thing to do. Yeah, it's such an awkward thing to do against Protoss, really. It's mostly just because Protoss have Immortals. It's a nightmare to deal with. But we'll see. It might work out.
Yeah, the problem is that Lore doesn't know it yet. He doesn't know
Yeah.
for sure what he's up against, which is a big, big problem. And if he did, then he'd, be building Immortals. Immortal, Zealot. Zealot charges, oh my god, so good against it, even with Blue Flame out. Because, of course, the tanks do damage to the Zealots if not targeted well. And they then do damage to their own units. But this is gonna happen down. If this Medivac with 4 Hellions drops and does damage, I'm rage quitting the stream because right now there's an observer there that's gonna spot it, and if he doesn't react to it, then I'm gonna be upset.
I want to see that happen just because I would laugh, honestly. And it's not so much of the misfortune of Lure or the fortune of Hack. It would be just because you're actually quite funny when you're angry.
And if that drop goes down, you will see me angry. And he isn't reacting. God damn it!
Why? Why? Oh, there's the feedback, but all 4 of the Hellions get on the ground here. Lure did not react well to that at all, but he does shut it down without a huge amount of damage being done. Yeah, that killed about 5 workers. so it wasn't that great, but still,
Hellions on the third as well, which get caught up really easy.
Yeah,
And
nicely
to be
shut
honest, that was well defended considering
was.
what was thrown at him, so I won't rate that bad. But oh no!
Well, a few more moving in here, and that's plenty more kills. One more shot goes off. There's 25 workers killed so far for Hack versus 1 worker killed for Lure. There's a huge economic advantage now in favor of Hack. He's about to take his third with 3 orbitals. He has enough SCVs to at least make a go at saturating it, whereas, well, Lure certainly doesn't at the moment, having lost that many. And, well, Hack's not so much playing mech as he's playing Hellions right now, and I'm interested to see how much punch this army really has on the front line.
Yeah, because right now I think that Lure's put 2 and 2 together and it's like, wait a minute.
Well, after seeing the
Blue Flame Hellions?
Yeah.
And his ward off is natural with gateways, and we'll keep his army in his third base for now, but he has already added in an Immortal, and will most likely just go double upgrades to really increase his army strength here against mech, and will most likely continue to build Immortals eventually as well. But yeah, he doesn't 100% know here, but I'm sure he can start to put 2 and 2 together now.
He's getting the idea, I think. Lure knocking down the rocks there and possibly looking to take that 4th base. And that's a lot of Hellions that Hack's got available at his disposal here, and is looking to get double upgrades for both of them at this stage. I wouldn't want to be a Zealot anywhere near that at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, these Hellions. Oh, what the Hellions.
Pop the Hellions, indeed. And a bit more damage being done, and nice kiting here by Hack as well, just taking Zealots here and there, not taking too much damage, maneuvering his wounded Hellions to the back. So, nicely played by him once again. More Hellions coming out. He wishes it was Heart of the Swarm right now, because my god, Battle Hellion right now would be good for him.
Battle
So
Hellion.
good.
A little bit of a supply block, unfortunately, for Hack, stuck at 177.
Yep.
But not too big of a deal. A lot of Hellions on the map, though.
Building 7 Hellions at once.
On that third base, too, that could get sniped. Hellions on the third base, going to snipe 4 High Templar.
He goes for it right now. Storm, double Storm comes down. It's a lot of damage to the Hellions, but Hellions are just too quick. They're able to get out of there and straight to the mineral line, and there is no mineral line anymore, thanks to the wonderful play here of Hack by the looks of it. And I don't know, man, this is still working well. He's actually winning with only Hellions.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Like, this could be bio and just Hellions being thrown around like crazy. Ghosts have been added onto the mix, of course, to land the EMPs across the Immortals, the big shields, the hardened shields. So that's interesting to see that come down. Of course, part of natural net play. And 4th base about to be taken too.
Yep, and Hack's about to get +2/+2, which is really going to make a huge amount of difference, especially against Zealots. Considering the majority of the firepower at the moment seems to be happening from the Zealots when they charge against the Hellions, having 2 armor on those Hellions is going to make so much difference.
So many Hellions. He actually has 3 reactors on these factories here.
It's nuts.
That's a lot of his army supply too.
That's true. That is true. So unless he can make them work, and the thing about Hellions, I suppose, is that they get less effective as you get more of them, just because you can't get the right angle with them. The shots don't hit as many units, so you reach this critical mass where Hellions, they just get in the way and they become kind of a meat shield as opposed to anything else. But he is now moving out with a count of 30 Hellions. He's got +2/+2 on all of his mech units. His tank count is at 11 as well, and that Immortal count is not as high as I want to see it.
Yeah, it's not that high actually here, and Hack has so many Blue Flame Hellions here. I think he's going to be looking pretty strong against his. Storms are going to be crucial, of course.
Yep.
But let's see. Oh no, a bunch of units!
Oh,
God, that makes things a lot easier for Hack.
It really, really does. He's actually going to surround the Immortal, runs right into a Storm, and that was a nice defensive Storm. Does a lot of damage to the Hellions, saves the Immortal for at least a couple more seconds, and, well, we now see the size of that army, and it's looking dangerous. 36 Hellions on the field, +2/+2. Hellion versus Archon, a fairly stupid engagement. Works out one way or the other. He's just got so many of them. And Hack just has this massive army, and I don't even know what Lure's going to do against this. I guess we're about to find out.
And there's not even that many gateways. There's only 2 behind us. We can't even replenish with a good-sized army, but good Storms on the Hellions.
Massive Storms.
But how is he actually going to be able to take down the tank line?
Lovely feedbacks here as well, but here comes the Raven saying, I can help too! Please let me play, for the Stalker's point into the middle of the siege tanks to get obliterated.
Great attack.
Lord.
Great attack. I'm actually just sitting here with my mouth open being like, wow.
Wow, he's building 10 Hellions at once. 10 Hellions at once right now. This is insane.
Yeah, but he's losing all his tanks, which is the cost-effective, the really expensive side of the army.
Yeah, that's very true.
Even though he's at 10 gateways, he's warping in, chrono boosting them, getting the units around, and now he loses all his tanks. So you know, even though that attack was great to watch and it was interesting to see, and I'd like to study it more than commentate, right now I think that, you know, Lure's doing fine.
The problem is that Lure warped in a lot of Zealots as a response to that, and then ran into 10 Blue Flame Hellions at +2/+2, so his Zealot count just got whittled down again, so I don't even know if losing the tanks actually makes that much of a difference at this stage, because the majority of Lure's army was in Zealot, and that stock just crashed.
And he is very low on army supply now. There's a 4th base taken, so the economy clearly in favor of Hack, despite losing all of those units back up to 160 supply immediately. So yeah, you know, with the economy, Hack is doing fine. And Lure, on the other hand, so low gateways, trying to get Immortals out, trying to get +3 out and +3 armor.
Yeah, those Hellions finally cleaned up with the 4th of Lure there, but not before they did damage. 39 workers have been killed up to this point. Lure's army supply is flagging badly. The Immortal count is not where it needs to be, but right now it's just like Hack's just saying, you know what, I'm going to win with pure Hellion, I'll be fine. I'm about to have +3/+3 on my Hellions. This is going to get really, really messy for you. And he gets us around on the Immortal, eliminates it right here as well. Using a Raven as well to deal with the Stalkers is nice, but now we see Lure's managed to mass up enough Archons and enough Stalkers to make a really big difference here, and Hack is being driven backwards.
Yeah, he's at 3-3, but the Hellions and tanks soon will be at 3-3 as well, and Hack is now taking a 4th base. He's trying to climb up the count, because Mech is all about one big army. It's not about streaming units across, which is what he was trying to do then. So he's going to wait and build up that army again. Still very, you know, concerned about the gateway count being low, but that's because he's at a low economy too. His main is mined out, his natural is as well, but as that 4th base gets established on the left-hand side of the map, I'm sure we'll start to see maybe a second robotics facility down, maybe some more gateways, because he needs to be able to power punch the reinforcements and just kind of overrun the mech army rather than let the Hellions reinforce. But at 3-3 mech is still scary.
It is. It's really, really scary, and just such a large army count at the moment as well. Adding on shields, interesting choice for the upgrade there, considering there are ghosts in the mix, so not all that effective, but he needs to be able to buffer some of that damage. You know, anything it can do to reduce that will be effective. High-sec auto-tracking coming out of here for Hack, which... Oh, that was actually a beautiful storm, sorry, and just ignoring that. The Hellions got bottlenecked and then stormed really nicely there by Lure. But the tanks are now being set up to try and batter their way through. He loses a tank, deploying just a little bit too close, now threatening this 4th base. But as I was saying, high-sec auto-tracking, I assume to assist that planetary fortress. That's really the only explanation for that right now.
Oh, Ghost taking out High Templar.
Very nice.
Looks like Lure's trying to set up a kind of a pincer movement, but he's doing pincers with like pocket scissors. I don't know what this is. This is terrible because he just doesn't have enough units.
No, he doesn't. He brings in the Colossus, which could make a difference here, certainly, and is doing a lot of damage, cleaning up those Hellions quite quickly, but Hack has a massive number of units right now, and he really needs to deal with that Colossus because it's absolutely decimating his Hellion line here. Now he's actually finally trying to chase it down. The tank's not able to target fire as of yet, but oh, hello! Free Korean barbecue.
Yep, and that was a buy one, get one free. Come back tomorrow, you get a 3rd one for free. And right now that Lure is in so much pain, about to lose his 4th base as the tanks get in range, and we're seeing mech played out here by Hack, and I can't believe my eyes.
We are. It's kind of brutal to watch, really. He loses so many units in the process, but at the end of the day, there's the GG, and who, like it